right, guys, welcome back. 1776 or bust. And on the table, you see a bunch of different things that all belong to Sig Sauers and P320s. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a video to give you guys a comparison so that you can see what grip module might work best for you. Now, at the end of this, there's no real right or wrong to this. It's all about, what works best for you and your hands. But we'll start off with the originals, and then we'll kind of move around the table and show you what other options are out there available to you. So as you guys can see, these two are the originals. These are the original P320 compact grip modules. One's a small, one's a medium. And interestingly enough, the small on this actually feels very similar to the medium on this one. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So what you guys can see is that these are the original polymer ones. And I think the biggest complaint that most people had on these was the fact that they're easily able to get scuffed and kind of look like crap after a while. But more importantly, ergonomically, the grips weren't that bad. I mean, they're fairly comfortable. The medium grip, you can see there's a little bit more room from finger to back as opposed to the small. But nonetheless, not blocky, not terribly feeling in the hand, and fairly ergonomic. Now, Sig obviously has redone their line a little bit, and they came out with the X carry models. And this is the, or I should say the X models, but this came off of my P320 X carry. Now, this is the full-size grip, and again, you can see they've changed some things and some features based on the earlier renditions versus this one. So there is less of that that hump in the back here. So this is a little bit flatter. There is a slight curvature, but a lot more 1911-ish than anything else. Whereas on the old model, you can see there's a little bit more of a curve starting at the top versus the bottom. They've already reshaped the beaver tail here. So instead of having a real kind of short, thick beaver tail, they extended it out a little bit longer, made it a little bit thinner here, albeit it is slightly wider at the beginning here, but it actually tapers off very narrow compared to what the old one was. Ergonomically, feels much better. Now, they did some updates and upgrades that I thought were needed in regards to the grip module. You can see that they did the undercut here for your middle finger, which actually makes a lot of sense because as you're really gripping down on that gun from here to here, you just get such a nice purchase on the handgun. You can feel that gun really responding to your hand in regards to being comfortable and everything else. The mag release is identical to the old ones. Matter of fact, you can actually interchange these onto these, which is kind of interesting. The trigger guard is basically the same shape. There doesn't seem to be a significant difference in regards to the shape itself of that trigger guard. It's not more rounded, not less blocky. It's basically the same. You can also see that the pick rail in the front, this one actually has an extended Picatinny rail. This one is only got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 slots versus 1, 2, 3, 4 slots, which is kind of interesting. But nonetheless, it is still fairly similar. Takedown is identical, no issues there. Now, how does the gun feel in your hand when you have it with the new X carry or the new X modules? It feels much better. I think they did a very good improvement on this. The texturing is a little bit nicer, a little bit more aggressive, but not overly aggressive where it's going to cause abrasion or anything like that. But nonetheless, I still think it was a much better choice than the old ones. So if you guys are looking to maybe upgrade your old P320, I think this would be a really good upgrade. Again, you can get these in the full-size carries. You can get them in the compacts. They come in white, FDE, and black, if you can find them. They're kind of hard to find. Now, this is the X Compact. This is the RXP. I did a video on it. Just tabletop because everything shut down right after I actually bought this gun. So one of the things that I noticed in regards to this grip module right out of the box is it is much slimmer, I should say, than the X carry. You can actually feel the difference as soon as your hand goes on it. This is a lot skinnier of a grip compared to this one. Now, funny thing is they're both the exact same size. This is a medium. This is a medium. But the medium on the compact is a much slimmer grip profile than the X carry. So just keep that in mind. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I noticed was I was holding both of these in my hands. This is a medium, or excuse me, this one is this is a medium. This one's a small. The original small actually feels very similar to the RXP medium. So just keep in mind, if you guys go out to purchase a new grip and you like the medium, but you have a compact size pistol, so you want to get a compact grip module, you might actually want to go up one size because it'll feel a lot more similar to a medium in the old grip module than this one. This one actually feels a lot more like a small. It's really kind of interesting. Now, again, keep in mind the beaver tails have also changed. So it isn't as as I guess you can say, big as the X Carry for obvious reasons. It's a smaller gun, but the X Carry beaver tail you can see is a little bit more tapered off than this one. This one I would really say it's a little bit more traditional to the old Sigs. So again, just kind of some small changes here and there, but other than that, everything's the same. The polymer I think is about the same quality. These are very easy to scratch. As a matter of fact, you might be able to pick that up. I just scratched that the other day just by taking my fingernail and doing that. So the polymer, unfortunately, doesn't seem to have been upgraded in any way, but ergonomically, it is much better than the old modules, at least in my opinion. And that's something you guys can take a look at if you choose to upgrade that way. So let's go to, where did I put it? Here it is. This is one I also did a review on. This is actually the Wilson's combat grip module for the P320 X Carry. At this point, they don't have them for the compact, which is kind of a bummer because it would actually be really nice to see that. Again, keep in mind, if you choose to maybe just get an upgrade for your old P320, you don't necessarily have to buy, one of these modules. You don't have to buy an X module. If you have an X Carry or just a regular Carry P320, you can always put the Wilson Combat 320 grip module on there. And it works out really nicely. This is a fantastic module. I think it's maybe, I don't know. I would say if they came out with this in a compact, I would definitely put it on this because I do like the way this grip module feels, even better than this one. Again, the X Carry is very nice, but this one just feels a lot more comfortable in your hand. It's a little bit more narrow, I think, in the grip. And again, I don't have calipers, so I can't tell you for sure, but I can definitely feel a difference just based on touching both of these modules and actually carrying the gun and all that other great stuff. But the Wilson's Combat module is a really good upgrade. Again, if you choose to do so, you might want to consider this. But again, keep in mind, this only comes in the X Carry models or Carry models, nothing on the compact. So hopefully Wilson Combat will put something out for these because I think I would definitely change it over to this for my RXP. Now, the big guy, this one right here. Now, this is going to be the most expensive module on the table for a lot of obvious reasons. Obviously the craftsmanship, the hours behind it, on top of the fact that it is made out of aluminum. This is the module from Icarus Precision. Guys, I can't tell you enough how awesome this feels in the hand. I've been looking for a striker-fired aluminum handgun for a long time, and obviously there's not a lot of options out there. However, this is a great option. And the reason why I say that is because if you really do like the feel of aluminum handguns, you're going to love this. Now, don't get me wrong, super expensive, but in my opinion, totally worth it. So, you have the weight mitigation. You also have the fact that it is really shaped completely after an X Carry module. You can even see that. The beaver tail is almost identical to the original X Carry. Shape's a little bit different, a little more rounded as opposed to this beveling here. It extends probably about the same length. I'm not going to say it's shorter. Definitely doesn't feel shorter. I'd say it feels a little bit... I'd say it feels about the same. This one feels thinner in the hand. You can definitely feel the chunkiness of this beaver tail in the back compared to this one. And also you can see that the cutout for your middle finger is there as well as compared to this one here. So again, you're going to get a very comfortable grip on this handgun. Nothing to complain about at all. So these are just kind of some of the differences that I found in all the grip modules that I've had for P320s. Wanted to give you guys a look to see what you guys thought and to see which one you would upgrade to. Again, you can keep your old ones. You can upgrade to something new like the X Carry modules here or right there. You can carry or go for one of these Wilson Combats, which again, polymer, but it's really good. It's got a nice aggressive texture, a little bit thinner in the profile, and it feels really good in your hand. Or if you want to spend the money and you want a great improvement, probably due to the weight, and also just the ergonomics. I mean, and there's just something good that feels, just feels right, man, to have an aluminum gun in your hand and just having that contact. So for me, I love this thing. Obviously, if the ranges ever open up in the wonderful state of New York, I'm going to shoot this and I'm going to tell you how it feels to shoot. And I can't wait to do that. But overall, these are some of your choices that you have on the table. I know there's some other grip modules out there. I think Polymer 80 just came out with a new one. Haven't had a chance to get my hands on one of those. But if I do, I'll let you see it and I'll tell you what I think about it. But overall, these are some great choices to upgrade from your standard P320. Again, you can go with your X Carry modules or your X Compact modules. You can go with your Wilson Combat, or you can spend the big bucks and get your Icarus Precision. So let me know what you guys think down below. Tell me what your preference would be and why. Hope you guys are staying safe. Have a great day. And as always, everyone, freedom is never free.